Hello and welcome back to Merlin Magic. If you're new to the family, please would you give it a huge like and subscribe if you haven't done already. Just show me the love, that would be fantastic. So I've got I got a requested video to do from a while back on one of my videos. I did a performance where I didn't actually reveal the method. I was just interested to see whether any of you could work it out. And I got quite a few messages requesting how to do it. So this is the video for that. I'm going to do a quick revised version of the trick. So if you didn't catch that video, you can just either check that out now. I'll leave the link in the description. But for now, if you want, I'll just show you a basic understanding of what the trick is. It's more elaborate and more effective in the routine. But this is just basically what it looks like. So you get a spectator to think of a card. So they're thinking of a card, or they can just pick one at random like that. Say they pick that one. They look at it and show it to the camera. Then you get the spectator to place it on the bottom the magician's eyes are closed, and then you get them to start thinking about the card as I shuffle it into the deck so it's lost. And in fact, I'll even give it a riffle shuffle just to lose it completely. So now I want you to think about your card. And I want you to think about the colour. Okay, it's black, thanks for that, okay. And now I want you to think about whether it's a spade or a club. Okay, it's a spade. I think you're thinking of the 7 of spades, is that correct? And of course, that was the card they were thinking of. So that was the revised performance of the trick. This is how it's done. The beauty of this is they can actually think of a card in their minds. That it's not like they have to pick a card out of a deck. They could think of any card they want. That's the beauty of this bit of sleight of hand. So in this one, because I didn't have a spectator, I just picked one out at random. In my performance, I did have a spectator and she thought of any card she wanted. And that's what you can do when you perform this. I think it looks nicer if you don't actually touch the cards until they've actually thought of their cards. You can say, okay, think of any card you want. Okay, change your mind if you want to. They change their mind. You can tell them to change their mind again until they've settled on a card that no one could possibly know. You then get them to go and find that card. So they'll be looking through it. So they've thought of their favourite card, which happens to be the Jack of Hearts. Obviously, we won't know that as the magician. They show it to a friend. And then you tell them to place it on the bottom, and your eyes will be blind. You can either be blindfolded, you can turn away, just so you know that you're not glimpsing the card. And then you start shuffling. See here, this overhand shuffle. It looks convincing that I'm really truly mixing it. Their card is still on the bottom, so I've now glimpsed the card, which is the Jack of Hearts. Once I've remembered it, I'm going to get rid of the evidence, so I really will then overhand shuffle it like that, and the card's gone in case they want to hold on to the deck for the performance. In my performance, I got someone else to think of their favourite card. Is my favourite version. I've performed that many times where I've got two people who think they've got a connection or a bond. They're best mates, they're brother and sister, they're two brothers. One person's just thought of a card. I know what that card is. Someone else thinks of a card. They then tell me, so the first spectator's thinking Jack of Hearts because that's the card I've just glimpsed. The second spectator's thinking says to me, okay, 3 of spades. I'll say, okay, what I want you to do is each of you get your index finger and touch like this. And I want you to send each other the cards, and that's going to help me work out what that card is. So they're thinking of 3 of spades. I'll be saying, okay, you thought of the 3 of spades. Do you think that's got any connection to your friend here's card they selected? They'll go, no, because how could they possibly think that? So I'll be saying, okay, with your information, with your 3 of spades, you didn't realise, but you subconsciously have told me what the spectator's card is, the first spectator. And they'll be thinking, how? And I'll be okay, so you said 3 of spades. I think that makes your card, okay, so you said spades. I think it's going to be a red card rather than a black card. And you can do all sorts of stuff like that. But all you've done is once they've thought of their card and they've placed it on the bottom, so say this is their card, the 8 of spades. They've just placed on the bottom. I've now shuffled into the deck. What you do is you grip your 3 fingers here on the bottom of the deck and pull up cards from the bottom like this, but you're still retaining the bottom card. And as you overhand shuffle like that, it looks like the cards are getting truly mixed. And all you're doing is what's called a bottom of the deck retention. It looks pretty convincing like this. And now they're thinking about their card and what their friend's thinking of. And they're touching fingers and thinking there's some kind of connection going. That gives me enough time to glimpse the first card, which this time is the 8 of spades. Once I'm confident I can remember it, I really will then place it somewhere in the deck like that. So after the trick, if they wanted to see where their card was, it would truly be somewhere in the middle. So it's all about misdirection. That's the trick. You can do loads of things with it. That's the bit of sleight of hand I was going to teach you today. So if you enjoyed that, please would you give it a big thumbs up, because I think it's a really neat bit of mentalism, because it can be auditory for most of it, meaning the spectator just thinks of it and then tells their friends what they're thinking of, but the magician never knows. He never touches the cards until they've thought of the card, which takes away any possibility of any forces if anyone was thinking that. So that's the beauty of it, because once you've got it on the bottom of the deck, you can glimpse it whenever you want, then get rid of it. And of course, all your evidence is gone, and then you look like you're a master mentalist when you can work out what their card, which they were thinking of. They didn't even get to choose a card. They thought of it. They changed their mind 3 times. And trust me, that will baffle audiences. And it's such a like a slick and polished move that they will never, ever have the method revealed, because they won't see it. So I've been Merlin Magic. I hope this has helped you with your mentalism. If you're just new to mentalism, just go ahead and practice. I think you'd have this down in 5-10 minutes. It's quite a simple bit of sleight of hand, but you can do so much with it. And I hope you have fun just experimenting with it. And I'll see you next time.